So, I'd want to give it an update of how things are going. Usually, they have calmed down quite a bit, and... Oh, I'm sorry. Calm down a bit? Since the last time I posted my video? Okay, sure. Maybe things on social media has clammed up for a while since I posted my last video about the commentary committee, and my 2 videos where I actually came clean. Of course, one didn't take that too kindly, and that was Dr. Drink. You guys know him. You might recall that Dr. Drink said actual terroristic threats against me and has claimed I manipulated him. He also claims I silenced him when his stream got taken down, which wasn't the case. There were actual terroristic threats and even defamation. I actually uploaded the entire stream just for everyone to watch. The Drink made a bio change to where he claims that the account that was used in that video was made by him, was apparently me, posing as him. But that wasn't even the case either. He still has that as his bio as a get out of jail free card, but then puts that no one fell for it. Who fell for what? The actual truth I said? I mean, let's be real here. People would rather fall for the lies that the Drink is spewing, but doesn't change the fact that he has now put all of his intention to Sabi in a very hostile manner because he's a Palestinian. But because the Drink wants to play morally good, he decided to post these 2 tweets out. Granted, you won't find these anymore because they're deleted. Both of these tweets were means to call out Sabi because he's an apparent neck cutter and supporting disinformation from me. Also calling him a pedophile supporter while also pedojacking him and me in the process. Why exactly? Well, because the threat mentions about slitting the Drink's girlfriend's neck. Unfortunately, I cannot play the clip because this is disturbing and an illegal recorded conversation. So in the video, he's mentioning about how she's using her bipolarity as an excuse to push these accusations, which is valid. But then he also proceeds to mention neck slitting where he wants to slit her neck. This is not okay. This is unacceptable behavior. But then the Drink writes this in the description, which I don't know how to say this, but I basically had nothing to do with that clip, and I had nothing to do with Sabi during that time. Both me and him don't talk. But that's because he has his own life and I have my own, which so far is doing a whole lot better than before, thanks to therapists. And me moving to New York. While I do agree that this was a threat and I'm not okay with this, we have to keep in mind both Sabi and the Drink have done threats, in which this is not going to go anywhere. One explicitly says they're gonna cut my accuser's neck off, which is not okay. This is actually bad and I actually disapprove of it. But that the other wants to take the law into his own hands to handle it his way, which he also said that it wouldn't be a pretty ending for me, and that he even says he enjoys saying it and that I should be scared, and that if I lie, he's gonna run a fade on me, which, here's the definition by the way, and most websites say the same thing, which you cannot use that excuse that's posted up in the screen. Now, about the neck threat. Obviously, I have said I don't approve of this. If anything, I disavow it. But keep in mind, this recording started way before the death threat was even mentioned. So first off, the person, my accuser, lives in Florida, a 2-party consent state, and Sabi is in Palestine. Now, due to the fact that the recording was obtained without Sabi's consent, at least from my assumption because we haven't talked, it's pretty clear. If you're in Florida, you can't record people, regardless of what place they're in, without consent. Already making both of her recordings of my call with her apologizing, and then the Sabi call illegal. And considering Dr. Drink there in the corner who lives in Pennsylvania, he claims his state is a 1-party consent state, where his state is actually a 2-party consent state. And by distributing the call and posting it online, he contributed to a crime in Pennsylvania. This is hilarious, because I have been cooperating legally to make sure everything doesn't fall out of line. But because these people are still trying to defame me and attack me, it's pretty clear of what they're doing, what they are, and what their true intentions are. It doesn't help either that they are now distributing a picture that they themselves do not have any authorization sharing. And I know who has the picture, but I'm not going to prove the Drink's boyfriend did his point, which is why I'm also not doing anything to that other person. But granted, they have expressed they wanted parts of their body and hands towards a minor, so everything just evolved so quickly. One thing that catches my eye in the description is that if this problem keeps up, and since I'm not doing anything since the last videos, his lawyer will be contacting us. I don't think that lawyer can back you up, considering you just said no holds barred anymore, courtesy of Don Fry. Now, Don Fry is a former UFC fighter in which he says these words in an edit of an Instagram Reels.
Men used to settle things with their fists. Now they settle things with lawyers and apology videos. Back in my day, we didn't do weight cuts. We fought whoever they put in front of us that day. No rules, just fists, blood, and consequences.
This is what you want to take inspiration from, Drink? Yeah.
Guys used to settle things with their fists, but now they settle things with lawyers and apology videos. No rules, just fists, blood, and consequences.
You know what that sounds like? Peak incel energy. Nah, I'm just playing, don't worry. That seems really funny because the Drink says he's gonna beat me up in his stream with actual threats, talk about a potential lawsuit towards Rose Malay, and then shares a Don Fry video about it being tough guy and said there's no holds barred. He was ready to throw down just from him having all that aggressive, hyper macho incel behavior that I can defend myself from, to then immediately going back to the lawyer crap after something pops up that I have nothing to do with. What happened to the tough guy, no holds barred mentality? I thought you were supporting Don Fry's word and you wanted to go with that route. Is it because the other person is from another country? Because it doesn't help that you have mentioned he's a pedophile just because of his previous event that doesn't even make him a pedophile? The reason you said this is because he's from an Arab country. This is a hate crime, my good sir. And did you forget to hear that both sides have the same problematic people? You believe in Christianity, and there's also Christian pedophiles. I don't hear you talking about it. The only thing I see from your tweets are either more lies of me to paint me as the devil, leftists, or Palestinians. And even then, after all that bullshit, you're still instigating, you're still starting shit, and you're still spreading more bullshit towards others. Newsflash, pedojacking is illegal and falls under defamation, which falls under libel and slander. You have claimed I'm a pedophile, yet you refuse to elaborate on your actual connections, which are actual predators, and for someone who has, of course, made sexual comments toward a minor about fondling his balls. And I don't even have to say anything because this guy literally said people really just blindly post and forget the shit they say. This is exactly what he's trying to do. And not only that, you have also wished for someone to die. Granted, while the original post of this video is extremely cringe, you have wished for them to die by saying kill it, kill it, kill it, which in itself is like a death threat. So no, you have not won, and that bullshit video you're apparently making is also another lie. What you're doing is putting yourself in trouble, as you said, when shit hits the fan. And considering you claim that I manipulated you, then you also mentioned about your concussions. Buddy, you have been manipulated by the people to hate me. I haven't even done anything wrong, and you're still going at it like a rabid dog. And I'm not saying that you should be put down because that's an actual threat, and I don't like that. What you need to do is stop getting yourself involved with this crap. You have done nothing but make your situation so much worse, not only for your friends, but also for yourself and your girlfriend who happens to be accusing me of quote-unquote grooming her. Yet I never wanted to be with her sexually in any way, while pulling off fake messages to prove a point. Which, as I said before, I am not attracted to minors. And on that recording, that is my name and picture, but keep in mind, you can find a specific picture on Google. So no, she has not done anything heroic, I'm innocent, please listen to me before you get manipulated by him moments. All the real people have seen the evidence, and it's clear. She has proven to herself that she's an unreliable source, and not only that, she is also crazy, as she has wished death upon me multiple times because of an incident that, even though it was a mistake, wasn't made to make any advances towards her. I don't wish death on anyone unless they're actual pedophiles. And keep in mind, actual, because by claiming I'm one without any hard proof or evidence of patterns or whatever, you're blatantly pedojacking me, which is a clear sign of actual defamation. That is not a lie, this is a fact. Also, nice blatant racism and discrimination there. I only date Simon Riley type of guys. Yep, that's proof enough that her evidence and claim is weak. I talked to my therapist recently about this issue, and obviously I'm not going to spill the beans, because that's doctor-patient confidentiality, and of course in violation of HIPAA laws. But I have explained what has been going on, and they understood what's happening, and they're willing to help me if it escalates. This has been an issue that has been going on for a fucking year. I finally got the closure I actually needed. Yeah, assholes like the Drink don't want me to have that closure. The closure they want me to get is being labeled something I'm not, so I'm closed out of many opportunities, like a job, for example, be homeless, starve, and die. That's the closure they want to see me get. And I'm not putting words in their mouth or assuming so. This is something I believe they want me to have, so I'm not successful at the end of the day. I didn't make this channel as a way for a resurgence back on the platform. I made this to finally get justice, the closure I needed, and to shut down any claims as I move on. But whenever I'm away and I get reports that these people are talking about me, I have no choice but to do nothing, wait, do something, walk out with no explanations. A literal Luigi power move. I keep doing nothing and yet I win. How does this happen? I hear about a guy who's making a sequel hit piece on me, in which the worst one is another fail, and seeing the sources, wow, this is a flop. I will address many criticisms from the first one in a separate video, since this guy wants to be special about his dying channel of an already bad and butchered game made by EA by making fail hit pieces. They're even defamatory towards others, like Westside Tyler. Yeah, I feel like this guy needs a reality check. Anyway, that's it for this video. I shouldn't even be making this, but I had to. It was the only way I can defend myself from even more assholes. And I know it's not the best idea to keep replying to a dead drama, but to be fair, they keep doing it. I really should start ignoring it now. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's if I were to work on a next one. I'm currently busy. Busy actually trying to get my life together.